Houston is Sonar, Greene. You're listening to WRMN. A few different places to do that. You're probably listening on the 1410 AM dial over there. Those of you that are listening over there, just reach over just a little bit over to that dashboard that you've got. I mean, maybe it's got that clock that's a couple hours back or a few minutes ahead, something like that. Just right under that, you'll see a series of numbers. All buttons. Hold down the number 1 for a little bit, and that's the original like button right there. Go ahead and set that preset for WRMN 1410. Those of you on the website, 1410 is available over there as well, WRMN1410.com. Also, tell your smart speaker about WRMN 1410, and it'll play it for you, too, whether that's Alexa or Siri or, my goodness, Google. I don't know. Jeeves might know as well. We'll see. Joining me today on the Free Speech Friday panel, I've got a great guest lineup for you all. Jimmy Vasselli, often referred to as Jimmy, is the principal attorney and founding partner of Vasselli Law. JMV Chicago Law is the place to go over there. Serving Northern Illinois, specializes in municipal real estate, corporate, and public finance law. With over 2 decades of experience, his firm, known for being able, accessible, and affable, is highly regarded for its hands-on approach to local government legal matters. Sitting there in the middle of the hot seat, of course, is also our new friend, Donald P. Puckett, a Republican political figure in Kane County, Illinois, who ran for the Illinois House of Representatives in District 43 in 2024's general election. In that contest, he was defeated by the incumbent of Anna Moeller, but he received 36.1% of the vote to Mueller's 63.9%. He also serves as precinct committee person in Elgin's 29th precinct, which he began pursuing in late 2023. We've also got returning guest. Here he is, David W.T.'s, active in the Kane County GOP and ran in November in the general election as well, right, Mr. Tees? Yes. What did you run for?
District 22, Kane County Board.
That's the one. He's going to update his Ballotpedia so I can put some more stuff up here on the side, too. So thank you, Free Speech Friday panel, for being here. Really appreciate it, gentlemen.
Hey, thank you for letting us be here. I'm glad to be here with Jimmy and Donald, and 2 great, wonderful people.
Absolutely. You know what? Just to kind of break the ice a little bit, we have done this one before, and we'll start our debate because there have been 2 new contestants here, and this is going to be the question that we'll get to kind of break the ice a little bit. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Yes.
Yes, we've got one solid yes from Mr. Puckett. Let's see how ambiguous our lawyer can be.
It's a piece of meat between 2 pieces of bread, so I'd say yes.
Yes, okay, 2 yeses. We're already in agreement. Mr. Tees.
I will say yes, because back in the 70s, when you couldn't afford buns, your mom gave you a slice of bread and you folded it in half, and that was your bun. So yes, it is a sandwich.
That's like the only time the heels are acceptable to use, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for being here with me. Go ahead.
What did Donald? Did you say yes?
Absolutely.
I didn't hear him say yes. I'm sorry. I didn't know what is the reason why. Okay.
Yeah, why is that? Are you,
why is that?
Just same thing? Just sandwich bread?
It's got bread, it's got meat. It works for me.
Let's talk about it. So here we go with this. There's a couple things that I want to talk about just Illinois in general, and kind of a little bit about the way that the party structure is sitting right now. You 2 gentlemen that volunteer and throw your time towards the Kane GOP, you get hands-on knowledge of the way that the candidates are moving and how people are positioning themselves. We're probably, a couple months still out before anybody starts really jumping into too many of the primary aspects? Or am I wrong? Is everybody gearing up to make an announcement next week?
Everybody who's going in on primaries pretty much already in, because signatures started August 5th.
Okay.
So, it's a month earlier than usual. They moved it up. And so everybody is already in. And if they're not in, they're really behind the curve because we're a month into it.
Yeah.
October 27th is the first day you can start handing in the petitions. November 3rd is the deadline. So if you're not out there working it, you're not going to be in.
How many signatures do we need right now?
Depending on your office, me personally, running for the 43rd, I need minimum of 500.
Okay.
Maximum of 1,000.
And you got to get them from that particular district, right?
Absolutely.
For everything.
Absolutely. They have to be in the 43rd district. Otherwise, they're no good. Last time out, I had one individual got me like 36 and 33 were bad.
Oh.
They weren't in the right district.
They weren't in the right district. But it's the way you go about it. A lot of people don't know. I thought it was a blessing to get the 3 signatures that were good. There's no criticism. Several of mine were out of the area. You go and get them, no matter what. And if somebody wants to sign your petition, even though they might not be, let them sign.
Let them do it, yeah.
Because there might be 2 other people with them that are in the district. Let's encourage people. We can always worry about that later.
When you see a bunch of people signing, right, you want to jump into it as well, right, Jimmy? If you're out there, you see... You'd never go to the guy that everybody else is ignoring.
Right. Well, there's only 10 signatures on a page.
Okay.
And every time you pop up a new page, people looking at, what, nobody's signing your petitions? There's only 10. I need 500. This is a new clean sheet. I got several filled out, okay?
Nobody likes you.
Right.
Jimmy, what's that process like of vetting the signatures? Do they go through and just match names and addresses, or is it also going in with signatures too?
We actually send teams down to different county offices at the clerks and check and make sure the signatures are valid. We have an overall process when we are retained to do it or we are asked to do it. And I really credit the people who run for office because it's a terrible job. It's knocking, I'm sure they love it and they will tell all the people who get the signatures that they love the process. But it is they knock on doors, they stand outside different events and everything like that. And you get all sorts of people to come back and comment on it. So it is a very arduous process. You can strike it through afterwards. I have handled many objection challenges, either defending or prosecuting when people are invalid or they say that they're not compliant. And it's tough. You got to put them together the right way. And if you don't, you hate to see people put in one form the wrong way or do something with pagination that's not right, and they get knocked off the ballot. Like it's just, but the law's the law, and it is what it is. And, it's the Incumbency Protection Act. It is an act that's in there to ensure the people who are in power stay in power. But we got to follow the rules till we can change them.
So what happened to this guy here last election?
Sure.
He got bumped. Okay. So we had him slated in. Since the 43rd goes to Cook County and Kane County, we had to have the chair of the GOP be there. They had to have the Cook County side be there and witnesses and legal papers all signed. We had him slated in. So he had to go back out and get his signatures again. And, this guy will walk 300, 500 doors in a whole session, He doesn't give up, and he'll help out other candidates, too, while he's doing this. That being said, what ended up happening was 19 Republicans were slated in that were thrown off the ballot in Illinois throughout the state. And all of a sudden, the state says, no slating for state reps. And they knew it was illegal. They knew it was going to go to court, but they kept this guy off the streets for a couple of months. So he didn't know if he should get literature. He shouldn't know if he gets signs.
That's a big investment.
Yeah,
right?
and donations. He doesn't. He's in limbo. He doesn't know what to do. They're keeping him off the streets. It was, I think, Jimmy, one of the greatest strategies that the Democratic Party could pull off because they enabled these 19 people. But this guy didn't give up, and neither did they. And then when it came time, he was behind the 8 ball so far, and they knew this, and it was all legal. And he was out there knocking on doors, busting his butt, putting signs up, and he doesn't give up. That's one thing that, remember, if you're running for office, don't give up. It's always great to challenge somebody. People need to be challenged, and people need to vote for the right person. Do your homework.
Don, is it frustrating that every 10 years you have to look at another map? and go, who's actually in my district? Now, I guess the new set is every 5 years.
that is one of the things I'm most interested in. One of the reasons I want to run is because I would like to win the election, get into the legislature, and get on the committee to redistrict. My major was geography in college. Now, you might think that's, what? Where's this place and where's that place? But you study transportation systems, demographics. It's kind of a nexus between the physical sciences and the human sciences, sociology, economics, psychology, and then geology and everything like that. It all comes together. But the thing is it's knowing your demographics and getting out there and going after it. So for me, I would really like to, as we know, over the last couple of weeks, the gerrymandering issues come up. And I would like to get in there and be a part of the redistricting process and actually follow the laws.
What does the perfect district look like from a geography standpoint?
From my perspective, it needs to be centered around an actual location. Like, instead of splitting up Elgin, why are we splitting Elgin? I mean, the size of the districts would indicate that most of Elgin, the core of it, Aurora, for instance, is almost all in one. It's like almost one big square or round circle. Elgin should be the same way. And you should operate on the basis of the like-minded voters in that they are living in the same town. You got Democrats and Republicans there, but they're all the same community. So shouldn't they be put in together? That's the consistencies is what you're looking for. And, running it down a highway for 100 miles without anybody on either side is not,
so you can get to
realistic.
Another node, right? Jimmy, how difficult does districting become because of Illinois' multi-layered system? We've got townships, we've got municipalities, we've got the state side of everything. How difficult is it to kind of play with all of the maps? Because here in Elgin, I think there are 3 different counties and a few districts just in that city, like you were saying.
So it's a very interesting question, and I'm going to tackle it on a couple fronts, if that's okay. Number one, I'll just say this at the outset so I don't get in trouble with the Bar Association. I can't talk about the maps in some certain regards.
Fair enough.
That there. But I will tell you, President Trump received 44% of the vote in the state of Illinois, and I think that there's 17 Democratic congressmen and 3 Republican. So is that really endemic? Like, is that really reflective of what the people are voting for? I think that the map-making process is probably the biggest stranglehold on political strength in the state. To be honest with you, it's something that people don't talk about a lot, but it is really there. And to your point, we have either the second or third most bodies of government out of all of the states. And that includes California, which is, I think, the 5th largest economy in the world. And so, yes, the jurisdictional boundaries go in there because then there becomes different people and policyholders and stakeholders who go up through the map making process and talk to the higher stakeholders for the maps. And it just becomes, it's chaos. If there are going to be suits and there's going to be fights about districting and redistricting, and I don't want to get on a soapbox, but it's kind of a sad thing in so much that, if this state does this, then that state's going to do that, and we're going to do this, and this one's going to do that. And I'm not criticizing, I'm not complimenting, but when the governor went on Colbert said, well, look at your state. You've got one state rep, and I'm not going to mention any names, or U.S. rep, who goes all the way up north and goes all the way down south, right?
He said it was drawn by a third grader.
Yeah. Kindergarten class, actually. Right. That was a kindergarten class.
That's the third-party commission that they...
And there's another commission that just started out again about a remapping commission, which had a daily on there. And so it's a real interesting process. We'll see what happens.
We'll talk some more with our Free Speech Friday panel. That's Jimmy Vasselli, that's Don Puckett, and David Tease here on A Political Talk Show. When we come back, we're going to play a game. We've got enough time to go all the way over. So get your pens ready for those of you that like to play at home. We are going to play Can You Do That to the Flag?
Oh.
Stick around. More Apolitical Talk Show after this. Welcome back to Apolitical Talk Show here on WRMN. My name is Sonar Greene, and you are seeing our fantastic Free Speech Friday panel. Thank you, Jimmy and Don and Dave, for being here with me. I guess I could be a bit more formal. That's Jimmy Vasselli, that is Don Puckett, and that is Mr. David Tease. Are you guys ready to play a game?
Let's
Ready
do
as
it.
well, Ruby.
This is fun. We love playing games here on Free Speech Friday. You can work as a team. We don't need to sit here and point people out or anything like that. And we will just all recognize who's actually holding the team together. No, I'm just here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a scenario. Some of these citizens have been using the American flag, and we're going to ask two questions. The first question, is it legal? Can you do that to the American flag? And the other question is it disrespectful according to the flag code? Flag code is supposed to be the I guess it's the Emily Post of how we use the flag, right? Of
Flag etiquette.
etiquette. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Ethics is usually what I lean into, muscle memory wise, but etiquette is absolutely correct. Here's the first one. John proudly raised his American flag to the top of the pole before lowering it to half staff in a 4th of July dawn ceremony. Rain gently falling as taps played. Is this legal, and is this compliant with the flag code?
I think it's legal because the fact is that taps was being played at that moment.
Okay.
I concur. It's
Legal?
Legal, and
The lawyer, does it say it's legal?
I don't know if it's legal. I don't know if it's a red herring too, because it's raining on the flag at that point in time.
See, they started
He
to
thinks it's a
define
trick
it.
question.
So rain on the flag.
I didn't pay attention to that.
I'm going to say no. I'm not going to be a contrarian, but I'm going to say no.
So it is legal. You can do it. Flag code wise, you have to have an all-weather flag. To have a flag that is out in the rain or in the weather, it needs to be an all-weather flag. It cannot just be the cotton one that you normally put up. So as soon as it starts raining, John should have put it down, folded it up, put it away. Here we go. Maria celebrated Independence Day with a red, white, and blue outfit, including a crop top made from flag-printed fabric she bought at the mall. Is it legal? Or I guess, is it legal, and is it a violation or compliant with flag code?
So my question, I have a question with this one.
Go ahead.
Is it an actual flag that was cut up
No,
and used for
it
the
is
material?
it is a shirt that she made herself out of flag-printed fabric she bought at the mall.
I would say it's legal then.
Legal, okay. We got one legal.
legal and okay.
And okay, okay. And then what have we got
I
down on
agree.
the end?
Legal
and okay. Yes
Legal
or
and
no
okay.
on the
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay,
Legal and
as
okay,
well?
yeah.
It is legal. You can absolutely wear that thing, but it is a violation of the flag code. The flag cannot be worn as apparel. And not even if it's a real
Really?
flag. You cannot have any replication as a apparel or as curtains or pillows or bed sheets or anything like that.
What does she look like?
I don't know. She might have looked good. It was her legal right to flaunt that thing, but it was a violation of the flag code.
I got to look at this flag code here.
Right?
I never knew there was.
It is a violation
Did
of
you know
the
there was a
etiquette
flag
of the
code?
flag.
I didn't know there was a
But-
flag code.
Yeah. And that's all we're saying is I brought this up because a lot of people find the burning of a flag offensive, right? It is. It's offensive. But a lot of people are saying it's not legal. So we'll get to that question later. Here's number 3 for those of you that are playing at home. Darius kept his flag flying all night to show that freedom never sleeps. Is it legal? Or I guess legal, And is it a violation, or is he compliant with the flag code? Darius kept his flag flying all night to show that freedom never sleeps.
Is this the new code or is this the old code?
This is the code. I think it's
okay.
4.
Well, I would actually have to say this is that it is illegal to fly your flag at night. But I believe, if I'm right, the new code says unless you got a light shining.
So you're right on the flag code. It is a violation if you do not illuminate it at night. So unless Darius put a flashlight down under at the bottom, he had to make sure that it was there. But what about the legality of it?
Well, the reason why I'm saying that you can't do that unless there's a light there, the military, they actually take their flag down at night.
Yes.
And then do taps when it comes up in the morning. So basically, yeah, I would have to say it's illegal to do that. I mean, you could be just...
So it is a violation of the flag code, yeah?
Yes.
But legality is different than the flag code.
Right.
So is it legal from a law standpoint? Can Darius get a fine or be thrown in jail for not flying the flag and bringing it down?
He could get a fine for that.
Okay.
No,
It's not a fine, or is it not legal?
it's not finable. It's
Not
legal.
So it's legal?
I'll say legal.
Legal. It is legal. You can
Oh, wow.
absolutely fly it at night. Is it disrespectful? You betcha.
Unless it's illuminated.
Unless it's illuminated.
But most of the things that are against the etiquette are still legal.
Just like if I have too many forks, I can just have a proper place to put it. There's always something with etiquette, right? So here we go. This is the next one for those of you playing at home. Here we go. Tina left her grandfather's old battle-worn flag waving from the front porch to honor his legacy. It was faded and torn, but full of spirit. Is it legal, and is it a violation of the flag code?
It's not legal and it's a violation of the flag code.
Not legal and a violation, right? Illegal and a violation. What do you got, Don?
I'd say it's legal.
Says it's
but
legal.
I would think it would be bad etiquette.
Bad etiquette. And what do we got, Jimmy?
I think illegal. I think bad etiquette because it's torn.
Yep. It is bad etiquette. Damaged flag should be retired with dignity. Whether you fold it up and keep it as a keepsake because it was your grandfather's old battle-worn flag, or you dispose of it respectfully as well. As far as legality goes, you can do it. You sure can. If we've seen a pattern so far.
How much of it got to be left before you got to take it down?
It's there. Here we go. Number 5, again, for those of you playing at home. And then Jimmy's got to go. Here we go. A local diner adds a festive touch on Veterans Day. A little disposable toothpick flags for every burger. Is it legal? Is it bad etiquette?
I think it's legal and I think it's good etiquette because it's an American-made burger.
There you go. Don?
Legal again, bad etiquette again.
Bad etiquette again.
Legal, bad etiquette.
Legal bad etiquette, that's right. You should never put the flag on something that is to be used and disposed of. So no napkins, no little flags you're just going to throw away anyway.
Great question.
That is it. You got time for one more, Jimmy?
I can do one more
in there.
I'm not an expert on flag law.
That's okay. That's okay.
Neither am I.
Let me find it in here. Malik stood silently in front of City Hall, setting a flag of flame to protest injustice, then walked away peacefully. Is it legal, and is it good etiquette?
Illegal, bad etiquette.
Illegal, bad etiquette, he says.
It's legal. It's bad etiquette, except the legality of it. He's burning something, and he better watch what he does where he burns something, because that could be against
That's the illegal.
But burning the flag, as long as it's safe to burn it in that location and nobody's going to get you for setting it on fire at that location, you can burn the flag.
And if it's your flag.
Right, there you go.
Jimmy?
Legal and deplorable.
Yes, absolutely. It is a violation to burn it without the respect that it deserves. And if you're asking about the legal protection, you can look up Texas versus Johnson. That was the first one, which then immediately after the Congress tried to pass the law again in 1989, actually pass a law for it. And then I believe you get Texas versus Eccleston at that point, where the Supreme Court once again turned around and said, no, did you not read Texas versus Johnson? we were just here. So thank you, Jimmy, for playing along. We're going to have some more questions with our Free Speech Friday panel when we come back after this.